Chiba, Japan, with blood streaming down his face and the pain of 10 fresh stitches still from his cheekbone, Hanashima of Funabashi Municipal Junior High School stood in the dugout during the final innings of the Chiba Prefectural Middle School Baseball Championship. Most players would have exited the field, whisked away for treatment, especially after taking a fastball straight to the face. But not Hanashima. Despite suffering a facial injury that shocked both teammates and spectators, the 15-year-old catcher returned moments later to cheer on his team with unwavering energy. "The ball pierced my face. It felt like a thunderbolt. But I couldn't let that be the end of it," Hanashima said with a half smile, the fresh sutures still visible under the bandage on his cheek. Now, as the team prepares for their first appearance at the iconic Koshien National Middle School Baseball Tournament, Hanashima's fighting spirit is capturing national attention. His resolve to face even stronger opponents, particularly a fierce left-handed battery from the U15 national team, is fueling dreams of a memorable run at Japan's most hallowed baseball stage. A blow that would sideline most players. It was the top of the fifth inning when disaster struck. With runners on second and third, Hanashima stepped into the batter's box facing one of the fastest pitchers in the tournament. The opposing ace had already racked up 7 strikeouts and was dominating with a slider-fastball combo that many considered elite even by national standards. Hanashima had predicted an inside fastball. What he didn't anticipate was that the pitch would veer directly into his face at over 130 km/h, 80 miles per hour. Gasps rippled through the stadium as he crumpled to the ground, clutching his cheek as trainers and coaches rushed to his aid. "I felt heat and then numbness," Hanashima later recounted. "It was like someone slammed a hammer into my skull. But I kept thinking, I can't miss Koshien." Despite being ushered off the field and taken for immediate medical attention, Hanashima refused to go to the hospital until the game concluded. He received temporary bandaging and returned to the dugout to watch the remaining innings. His gesture rallied the team. Fueled by emotion, Funabashi rallied for a dramatic walk-off win in the bottom of the 7th, securing their ticket to Koshien. 10 stitches, but even more determination. After the final out, Hanashima was finally taken to the hospital, where doctors confirmed a lacerated cheekbone requiring 10 stitches. "You're lucky it didn't hit your eye socket," one doctor told him. But luck, many say, has less to do with Hanashima's journey than his iron will. Just 48 hours after the injury, Hanashima was back at practice, working out with the team, though he was limited to light drills. When asked if he was worried about re-injury, his reply was characteristically bold: "Worrying doesn't win championships. I'd rather face a pitch again than sit on the sidelines." His parents, however, were initially shaken. "We wanted him to rest, maybe even consider sitting out Koshien," his mother said. "But he begged us, and his coach, to let him play. That's just who he is." A Koshien dream forged in adversity. For Hanashima, this year's Koshien appearance is more than just a tournament, it's the culmination of years of hardship and relentless effort. Growing up in Funabashi, he joined his first Little League team at age 6. As a child, he wasn't the most gifted athlete, but he was known for practicing longer than anyone else. He rose through the ranks quietly, becoming a reliable defensive catcher by age 12. However, it wasn't until this final junior high season that he blossomed into a team leader, commanding not only the game but also the dugout with his energy and tenacity. "He's our spine," said team captain Daiki Takamura. "When we see Hanashima endure what he did and still come back stronger, it inspires all of us." That inspiration is especially crucial as Funabashi heads into what could be a gauntlet of tough opponents at Koshien. Their first-round matchup is against a powerhouse from Osaka that features multiple players from the U15 National Development Program. Hanashima, however, seems to relish the challenge. "There's a left-handed battery I've been watching for a year," he said, referring to the Osaka team's ace pitcher and elite catcher duo. "I want to go wild at Koshien. I want to face them head-on. Catching greatness, and chasing the dream." Baseball analysts believe Hanashima's defensive instincts, pitch-calling maturity, and sheer toughness could make him a serious candidate for high school baseball stardom, and even potential pro development in the future. While scouts typically focus on raw skills, many say Hanashima's leadership and mental toughness set him apart. "He has what we call kokura no tsuyosa, heart strength," said veteran scout Hiroshi Yamada. "You can't teach what he showed in that final game. That kind of spirit moves teams." As catcher, Hanashima will be crucial in neutralizing opponents' batters, and potentially calling the pitches that could take Funabashi deep into the tournament. The coaching staff, however, is being cautious. We'll monitor his recovery closely, said Coach Matsuda. But knowing Hanashima, he'll be ready, even if we try to slow him down. Symbol of youthful resilience in Japan's baseball culture. In a country where high school and youth baseball is nearly sacred, stories like Hanashima's resonate deeply. His tale has already gone viral on social media, with hashtags like #HanashimaSpirit and #FunabashiGrit trending on X, formerly Twitter. Young players like Hanashima remind us what sports are really about, not just victory, but overcoming, wrote one fan. In fact, his story is drawing comparisons to iconic moments in Koshien history, including tales of players pitching with fractured fingers or batting through torn ligaments, moments that became legends. Whether Hanashima reaches such status remains to be seen, but his journey is already being shared in youth clinics and broadcast highlights as an example of courage under fire. Beyond baseball, a message for every youth. When asked if he had a message for other young players recovering from injuries or setbacks, Hanashima grew quiet for a moment. Pain is temporary, he finally said. But if you run away from pain, you'll never grow. I took a ball to the face, sure. But it also woke something up inside me. I want to prove that setbacks are just setups for something greater. Countdown to Koshien, the final preparation. With Koshien just days away, the Funabashi team is working hard to refine its pitching strategy, improve fielding precision, and most importantly, rally around their injured but unbreakable catcher. Hanashima is expected to rejoin full training sessions by the end of the week, and barring complications, he is likely to start behind the plate in their opening game. Protective gear modifications, including a custom face guard for his helmet, are being made to prevent further injury. Yet for Hanashima, it's not the pain, stitches, or equipment that defines his readiness. I've got fire in my blood, he said, pumping his fist. Let them bring their best. I'll be there, face and all. Epilogue. The face of a fighter. As Funabashi heads to Koshien, all eyes are on Hanashima, not just to see if he can perform after his injury, but because he's become a symbol of something larger. The unbreakable spirit of youth, forged through adversity and lit with dreams that no injury can crush. Whether or not they win the championship, one thing is certain, Hanashima has already earned a place in the hearts of Japanese baseball fans. He's not just playing for a trophy. He's playing for every young athlete who's ever faced a setback and chose to rise again. And when he crouches behind home plate at Koshien, mask over his stitched cheek, catching that first pitch, it won't just be a game. It'll be a triumph.